Thank you for joining us. So now we begin with the inter-religious prayers. We begin with our school prayer, and it's over to Malati.
You're right. O hidden life, vibrant in every atom, O hidden light, shining in every creature, O hidden love, embracing all in oneness, may each who feels himself as one with thee know he is also one with every other.
Thank you, Malti. We now have our interreligious prayers, and we begin with the Gayatri Mantra.
Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Asatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityoma Amritangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Thank you, Malti. We now have the Zoroastrian prayer by Freni. Freni? Freni? Are you there? We can't hear you, Freni. We'll come back to Freni. Let's have the Christian prayer by Ramesh.
DP is here. Okay.
Ramesh?
Yeah. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Thank you. We now have the Sikh prayer by Gulu Advani.
Can you hear me? My camera, something seems to be wrong that side.
But we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. Ik onkar Satnam Karta Purkh Nirbhav Nirvair Akal Murat Ajoni Saibang Gur Prasad Jap Ad Sach Jugad Sach Hai Bhi Sach Nanak Ho Se Bhi Sach Soche Soch Na Hovei Je soche lakhwar, chuppe chup na hove, je lai raha livitar, bukhiya bukh na utri, je banna puriya bhar, sahasyara palak hove, ta ik na chale naal, kiv sachyara hoye, kiv kure tutte paal, हुक्म रजाई चल रहा नानक लिखिया नाल Vaheguru Ji da Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji di Fateh. Bole so nihal, Sat Sri Akal.
Gulu, now we go back to the Zoroastrian prayer. Freni, are you there? Okay,
No,
Kashmira.
she's not there.
So
she's not
Kashmira,
there, I
will you do
think.
that? Kashmira? Is Kashmira there?
Sure. Yeah, I'm there.
Zoroastrian
Yeah,
prayer, please.
I just wanted to start off by saying that this week is a very important week for Zoroastrians because it's called the Gathas, where we remember all those who have passed away. So in memory of even the founder, the Shambhahu and the Yathavaryu is dedicated to her. Shambhahu Vesamasti Usasti Usamai Yadeshai Vesaya Shem Yathavaryu Athatu Shasharushi Dasharu Samani Shatu and yes, Aura I am Daregobio that Pastade to all the souls. I'm done, Saju.
Kashmira. And now we've had all the prayers. We will introduce our esteemed speaker. So I request Mr. Janaki Ram to kindly introduce our speaker.
Good evening. I welcome all the participants and the speaker for today's evening, Subramaniam Vishwanathan. He teaches yoga in a holistic manner. He helps students maintain perfect health at all levels: physical, mental, intellectual, and spiritual. He also conducts sound healing workshop for yoga and wellness practitioners, laughter yoga and group sound healing sessions for corporates. He is a certified yoga instructor by Syasa University. He is also certified in sound healing, sound therapy, and laughter yoga. He also conducts therapeutic yoga lessons and stress management sessions in many corporates. So we are very eager to listen to Subramaniam Vishwanathan. I hand over to Sajini.
Thank you, Mr. Janaki Ram. And now we have Mr. Subramaniam, who will talk to us on meditation. And also he has said that he will end the session with 5 minutes of laughter yoga. So it's over to you, Mr. Subramaniam.
Very good evening to you all. Thank you, sir, for the nice introduction. I thank School of Ancient Wisdom for having given me this opportunity. Today, I would like to share some thoughts on meditation. When we hear the word meditation, so many thoughts come in us, so many definitions come to us. Normally, for a common person, when you say meditation, the sight comes to us is, oh, I hawk a robe, a sainthood, go to Himalayas, or go to some secluded place, leave the family, sit for hours together amidst the mountains and clouds, and sit down for days together. I'm not going to talk about that kind of meditation. I will share you in this 1 hour whatever I have learned. Actually, I'm a student of Chinmaya Mission from 1994. I have very, very wonderful teachers, and Atma Vidya, self-knowledge, is a subject close to my heart. So whatever I have learned in a gist, I will share with you in this 1 hour's time. Let me give you a practical definition of meditation. Please listen to each and every word, because I am sharing with you whatever the essence of my learnings in the past more than 30 years. The most practical from one of my wonderful teachers, I learned this. It is not in any books. I'm sharing with this esteemed audience. We are all householders. We are in different professions. Doctors, engineers, architects, various professions. Meditation, the most practical definition of meditation, what I have learned and practicing is, meditation is the constant, effortless flow of awareness on one thing at a time. Meditation is a constant, effortless flow of awareness on one thing at a time. We'll slowly go through the practical aspects of meditation and finally see the spiritual aspect of meditation. Meditation is a constant, effortless flow of awareness on one thing at a time. Meditation is a state of being. Meditation is a state of being. Meditation is not doing anything. Meditation is not concentrating on anything. Meditation is not focus. What all we do by various techniques, they are all preparation for meditation. It can be pranayama, it can be various kinds of mindful meditation techniques, mindful breathing techniques. They are all intended to bring you to meditation. In the chapter 6, when Lord Krishna teaches meditation to Arjuna, the very first point he says is the first and foremost qualification for meditation is Arjuna, a calm and quiet mind. Suppose morning you were traveling on the road, green has come, so you took your car, somebody else crossed you. At that time, what is the reaction? Rage. Then an argument takes place. If this keeps on going in your mind, this argument with that driver, when you sit and close your eyes, this pops up first. So we can't meditate. So Krishna says to Arjuna, the fundamental basic necessity for taking a meditation is a quiet mind, without which nobody can attempt. As I was telling, meditation is a state of being. Slowly we come to that. What is the state of being? Slowly we'll come to that. Now, there are 4 things are common between animal kingdom and us. 4 things are common between animal kingdom and us. Ahara, Nidra, Baya, Maituna. These are 4 are common between animal kingdom and us. Agara. Animals feel hungry, they eat, we also eat. Baya, they are afraid of other animals, powerful animals or nature, we too. We take a lot of things to protect ourselves from nature. Nidra, they sleep, we also sleep. Maituna, the female elephant will not become non-veg. Elephant behaves like an elephant. Tiger behaves like a tiger. But we, pathetically, the humans, we are not what we are. We are not what we are. That power which differentiates us from animal kingdom to humans, the power to discriminate, that power most of the humans do not exercise. Our scriptures say the one and only aim of human birth is to come out of the cycle of birth and death. The root cause of all our problems is ignorant of the fact, what am I? The root cause of all human problem is ignorant of what am I. let's not have the opinion that meditation is after I retire. Meditation is after I settle down in life. Meditation is after I finish all my responsibility. It will never happen. Meditation is required for everybody now. There is no choice. Let us take a small example. When Arjuna got shattered, Arjuna was a great warrior. Nobody could easily defeat him. He has fought with Indra, he has fought with Lord Shiva. In the beginning of that Mahabharata war, he got shattered. Why? He came under the spell of Raga and Dvesha. Likes, dislikes, dislikes. Raga and Dvesha gives rise to Shoka, the sadness, gives rise to Moha, delusion. Arjuna could not decide what to do at all. When Krishna started teaching, Krishna could have given him a patchwork lesson and made him to start the war. Krishna didn't do that. Krishna gave him the life's lesson, which every religion preaches. When Jesus was crucified, what he said? Oh Lord, please forgive them. They don't know what they do. Every religion preaches the same thing. The paths are different, but the destination is same, one and the same. So, Lord Krishna taught this self-knowledge. What am I? Universal truth. He gave him his teaching once and for all. Arjuna would never come back again in life. And at the end of 18th chapter, Lord Krishna never told, come look Arjuna, everything is over, I have taught you, get up and fight. He didn't say that. At the 18th chapter, he said, I have done my job, now do what you want. Arjuna said, yes, everything is clear for me. When Arjuna came to this problem of Raga, Dvesha, Shoga, Moga, the first chapter of the Gita is a problem of life. I don't know what am I. Not only I don't know what am I take myself to be something else. Superimposition. Error number one, I don't know myself. Error number two, I take myself to be something else. This compounds the problem. And where Gita was not taught to Arjuna in ashram. It was not taught in a camp. It was taught right in the... This shows this knowledge is required for everyone. Everybody has to come to this. And this is the master solution for all the problems in life. The three, according to scriptures, the three basic problems of life are, number one, mala. Mala means impurities in the mind. What are those? Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moga, Mada, Matsarya. We know all this. Greed, anger, fear, jealousy, rage. Mala, impurity in the mind. Vikshepa, Mala, Vikshepa, disturbance. Mind is not in one thing at a time. So Vivekananda gives a wonderful example. He equates this to a monkey, not ordinary monkey. Vivekananda says human mind is a monkey which is drunk and which is bitten by a scorpion. How that monkey will behave? Already drunk and bitten by a scorpion. That is how our mind works. Vikshepa, disturbance. Problem number two. Problem number three, Ajnana. Mala, Vikshepa, Ajnana. Ignorance. Ignorance is the root cause of all the problems. And meditation is a tool. Meditation is a tool which helps us to get out of this shell, to get out of this ignorance and know what am I. And the beauty is, you are already that. You are already that. You are not going to know anything new. You are already that. You are only going to become aware of that. You are only going to become aware of this fact. Now let us take here the story of Karna in Mahabharata. Let us take the story of Karna in Mahabharata. Karna, all along he was ridiculed as he was brought up by a charioteer. He didn't know his lineage. He is never from the royal family, but he knew it is Kshatriya blood in him. The whole world ridiculed him that he didn't know his lineage. We all know that Krishna arranged for the meeting. Let's come to that now. He comes to meet Kunti. Please try to understand the central part, why Vyasa kept it here. Now, Kunti reveals to Karna, you are my son. Listen very carefully. After Kunti revealed Karna that he is her son, he never became her son. He was all along her son. He was not aware. Did Karna tell, now only you told you are I am your son, give me some time? Instantly he became aware. He was already, Vyasa has kept such a wonderful truth in this story. He was already Kunti Putra, but he was unaware. He was already Kunti Putra, he was unaware of that. Then Kunti revealed, he just became aware. So our scripture says, you are not going to get anything new. There's nothing to realize. There's nothing to gain. It is only to shed. It is only to shed. It is only to unlearn everything. All these have put up this and help to magnify this ignorance. I'm an engineer, I'm a doctor, I'm a chartered accountant, I'm a husband. With all these things, we have forgotten who we are. After he came out of the room, world ridiculed him like that only. But Karna never got angry. Karna never got angry. Why? He became aware that he's Kunti Putra. He laughed at the world. Previously, he used to get angry. Blood used to boil to him. When the world ridiculed that, he didn't know the royal lineage. He's not from royal family. When he knew the fact, because Kunti has taken the promise not to reveal this to everybody, but he never got angry. He just laughed himself. This is the benefit of knowing yourself. This is the benefit of knowing yourself. When you know yourself, when we know what am I, instantly all the fear goes off. Let's take a small example. I'll giving you a lot of examples because it is a subjective knowledge. Right? Now, all our senses, mind are all will be helpful when you know objective science. But this self-knowledge, what am I? It's purely subjective. All these fail because it is not, you can never objectify myself. You can never objectify your true self. So our scriptures give a lot of examples, metaphors to indicate. So negation uses you are not this, you are not this, you are not this. Let's take a small example which has been taken from the Vedic age, thousands of years. A small rope is lying in a place. A rope is lying. A person is coming along. So he sees that and mistakes that for a snake. Listen carefully. The rope, without undergoing any change, appears as a snake. The rope, without undergoing any change, appears as a snake. And the moment the person sees as a snake, all the fear associated grips him. Oh, the snake will bite me. I'm going to die. What happened to family? See how it builds up. He takes a stick. He perspires. He wants to beat the snake. A person comes there. He puts a torch there. Hey, look. It's not a snake. It's a rope. When rope knowledge comes, instantly snake fear drops off. Doesn't take time. When the rope knowledge occurs, instantly snake fear drops off. Non-apprehension of the reality gives rise to misapprehension of the unreal. Non-apprehension of the reality gives rise to misapprehension of the unreal. Non-apprehension of the rope gave rise to misapprehension of the snake. Now, the snake depends upon the rope for its temporary existence. The rope is a substratum for the snake. Rope does not depend upon the snake. My teacher says this one metaphor gives you the truth. The whole Vedanta, our Vedic scriptures, all taught by every religion is understood. This one metaphor. The snake depends upon the rope for its temporary appearance. Whereas the rope is not depending upon that. Rope is ever a rope. It was a rope, it is a rope, it is ever a rope. Without undergoing any change, the very same rope appeared as a snake. The snake was superimposed on the rope. The snake was superimposed on the rope, and the rope was by mistake taken as a snake. Now come to this complex. Now come to this complex. We all know body. We are all having body. We have got 3 layers of personality. First is the body, the gross, which all know body. Everybody know. I can see my body. I can see everybody else's body. Everybody can see my body. Gross. It has got a shape. It has got a name. Next comes mind. The most mischievous thing. Mind. Very, very, very subtle. Very subtle. I am talking on the subject of meditation now with all of you. But what is going on in my mind? Something I only know. You don't. Like that, all of you are listening to this talk. So, what is going on in your mind? Only you will know. So, mind. Very, very subtle. And listen carefully. Beyond this body and mind, there is one more aspect. Beyond this body and mind, there is one more aspect which we are ignorant about, which we are all blissfully ignorant about. The consciousness, which is common for all. Body is different. Okay, body is all matter. It comes from Panchabhuta. When you take to the lab, we are all blood, Y groups, this, that, only few groups only. That way, very common. Whereas mind, everyone has got a different mind. Everyone has got different mind. Spouse differs. My wife's mind is not like me. We don't think alike. No, nobody. Everybody thinks mother and child, different mind. Father and son, different. Teacher and student, different. Boss and subordinate, different. No 2 people will think alike. Because every human being has got a unique mind. This mind is unique. The next thing which we are blissfully ignorant about, most of us, is a consciousness. Is a consciousness. Scriptures say, you are that. Scriptures say, you are that consciousness. Not the body, not the mind. You are that consciousness. Various names are given to that. Consciousness, awareness, witness, God. Now, whatever you say, this is different from you. Okay? I am telling this mobile. I am telling this mobile, this phone is different from me. I am using it. I am aware of it. I observe it. But I never say I am the mobile. You know, this is my car. You travel in that. You experience that. You use that. But in the dream also, we never say I am the car. Wristwatch. I am using it. It's my watch. It belongs to me. But I never say I am the watch. Listen carefully, please, all of you. But when it comes to body, mind, why the gross mistake happens? This is the root cause of the problem. When it comes to body, mind, the gross mistake happens. We say, I am the body, I am the mind. Now what happens when you say, I am the body, I am the mind? We embrace all the problems of the body and mind, take it. I am suffering, I am enjoying. There is no philosophy in this. There is no big teaching in this. Pure logic and common sense. Pure logic and common sense. When you say, when you experience the body, when you observe the body, every change you observe the body. You are aware when you are young, toddler. You are aware when you become a teenager. You are aware when you are fat. You are aware when you are lean. I am aware when I am hungry. I am aware when I feel sleepy. I am aware when I am tired. Every change in the body, you are aware. Now, you can't be what you are aware of. You can't be what you are aware of. Because, now 3 things are there. Body, I am experiencing. I am observing. Right now I am sitting here. I am observing. Then, I am aware of my body. Every change. I am feeling thirsty. I take a sip of water and drink it. Then, you are aware of every change in the body. How can you be aware of the body? There is one entity in you. There is one entity in us which is constantly aware of the changing body. Come to the mind. Morning, as soon as I got up, I was very happy. I got up, had a cup of coffee. Very happy I was aware. Then 9 o'clock, some unwanted phone call came. Gone. I'm sad. Now, the same subject, the same awareness, I was aware of the so-called feeling called happiness in the mind. Again, I am aware of the so-called feeling called sadness in the mind. Very same awareness. The subject is the same. The very same subject, the thinker subject now, we'll call it by the different name afterwards. Aware of the body, aware of the mind, aware of the thoughts, aware of the, whether to go to office today or not. I'm feeling slow. So intellect takes decision. Okay, let me take leave and take rest home. Yes, I'm aware of the intellect taking a decision. Everything I'm aware of. Body belongs to me, I am not the body. Mind belongs to me, I am not the mind. So behind all this changing instrument, changing upadhis, there is one thing permanent which doesn't change. Consciousness, awareness. We can aware of everything else. You can aware of the talk. You are aware of the laptop in front of you. You are aware of the speech. You are aware of the speaker. You are aware of everything. You can't be aware of awareness. You can be conscious of everything. You can be conscious of your body, mind, things. You are listening to a lecture. Some car is passing by. You are conscious of that noise. Some aeroplane is flying above. You are conscious of that. But you can't be conscious of consciousness. That awareness, that consciousness is my real nature. Carefully follow the build-up. Till the skin, everything we take an object. We don't say, I am the car, I am the book, I am the laptop, I am the table, chair, nothing. The moment we touch the skin, we say, I am the body, I am the mind. Now, the consciousness is ever present, no break at all. Now let us take our 3 states of existence. What are our 3 states of existence? Waking, dream, deep sleep. Waking, dream, deep sleep. Now, I'm aware, we are all awake now. Yes, I'm aware of the waking state. We are only birth to death, every 24 hours, we are only going through these 3, no other state. Waking, dream, deep sleep. Waking, dream, deep sleep. Waking, dream, deep sleep. Now, waking comes and goes. Dream comes and goes. Deep sleep comes and goes. There is one thing which never comes, which never goes. What is that? Consciousness, awareness. I'm aware of my waking state now. Yes, I'm aware of talking. I'm aware you are all listening. You are aware I am talking. Awareness. Go to bed. The moment you go to bed, we don't go to deep sleep. Dream. We get the dream. From the dream itself, I'll come to that a little later. From the dream itself, we can understand the biggest philosophical principle of what I am. So the dream comes. Now you are conscious of the dream. That's why when you wake up, you can recall what is the dream I had. Then you go to deep sleep. Deep sleep also consciousness is there. And please listen very carefully. But the body, mind are in dormant state, unable to reflect the consciousness. Consciousness is there. That is why we dare not say a sleeping person unconscious. We dare not say that. Do we say sleeping person unconscious? We know you wake up. In deep sleep also consciousness is there. But to reflect that consciousness, body mind instrument is required. That is in dormant form, seed form, causal form. When you wake up, you are able to relate, no? Yes, I slept like a log of wood. Don't we say that? How you are able to say that? That means there was something continuous in you even during deep sleep. To understand, now all of you understand very clear. Deep sleep, Sushupti Avastha is not absence of experience, experience of absence. In deep sleep, we experience. In deep sleep, we experience absence. That is why all of us love to go to sleep. All of us love to go to sleep because in deep sleep, no body, no mind, bliss, happy. But that bliss comes because of ignorance. That's why it's called causal body. That bliss is not real. That bliss is because of ignorance. I am totally ignorant of the body mind. Nothing. That's why all of us love to go to sleep every day. Before going to sleep, you might have had a very happy experience. Or you might have had people, somebody with a dear one, have lost a dear one in the family. But when I go to deep sleep, am I aware? In deep sleep, I am not aware of the gender, what dress am I wearing, what dinner I had, who am I, what is my bank balance, who are my spouse. Nothing is known in deep sleep. Total blankness, causal body. It's called seed form. But in deep sleep also, this consciousness is there. So, this consciousness, awareness, our real nature doesn't come, doesn't go. It's always there. It's always there. Let us understand that this one awareness only appears as so many names and forms. Like rope appeared as a snake. So the conscious is a substratum. It only appears as a names and forms. So from one consciousness, waking state arises, resolves back into consciousness. Dream arises, resolves back into consciousness. Deep sleep arises, resolves back into consciousness. That consciousness, I am. That consciousness, I am. But when it comes here, many people do a mistake. Many people do a mistake when come to here. When you come to here, people try to understand that consciousness, understand that awareness. This is where it gives birth to so many fake godmen. They say, come, I'll show you what is God. I'll put my hands on your head and give you moksha. I'll show you bliss. People get duped because of this. When you come here, listen very carefully. Let us not try to understand this consciousness, awareness, my nature as an object. Own up. Knowing is being. Knowing is being. Just understand these two words. Knowing is being. I am that. That's it. Let us take a wonderful metaphor from daily life. Why I am not aware of that? It is because of the mind trick. The trick. The mind says, you are the body, you are the mind, you are this, you are that. Now understand this logic. Negate whatever you can experience, whatever you can observe, negate, whatever you can be aware of, negate. I am aware of the body, I am not the body. I am aware of the mind, I am not the mind. I am aware of the intellect, I am not the intellect. I am aware of the emotion, I am not the emotion. Over, everything, last. There is nothing to negate. There is nothing to negate. The negator cannot negate himself. Here gender doesn't mean, but still I am telling for example, the negator cannot negate himself or herself because you are the subject. Pure existence only appearing different names and forms. I'll give you two metaphors to understand this. First of all, how to know, how to own up that. Yes, very easy thing I'll give you. We all have a beautiful face. Morning, as soon as we get, where do we go? Go to the mirror, adjust. Before even brushing the teeth. As soon as you sit in the car, what do? Look at the mirror. Yes. But pathetically, sadly, we can't see our face throughout life. Had God not created mirror, see our fate, we will not know our beautiful face at all. What we see in the mirror is a reflection. Listen very carefully. What we see in the mirror is a reflection. But when you see the mirror reflection, you see here the reflection, but you understand it as this. When you want to put a kumkum, tilak or prasad, we don't put on the mirror, we put it here. Right? This mirror shows a reflection, but you don't take this as reality. You know this is real. And every time we don't rush to a mirror to check whether I have a face. No, we don't do that. I own up, consciously, I have a face. Like that, you have to own up this consciousness as a real you. And don't try to objectify that. Like you can't see your own face throughout life. This consciousness cannot be objectified, need not be objectified, because it is the ultimate subject. It will never become the object. It is the ultimate seer. It will never become the seen. Now, what will be the attitude of that person? How will I become like that? Suppose I get this, suppose I get that feeling, suppose I get that knowledge, rediscover that knowledge. Always remember, you're not going to discover anything new. That is why for this knowledge, qualification is not, in fact, qualification is a hindrance. What was Ramakrishna Paramahansa's qualification? He can't even read and write. Now he's a Jagat Guru. What was Ramana Maharshi's qualification? 7th standard dropout. He is a Maharishi. For this, only effort is required. For this, pure mind and a steady mind is required to come to this. Now go to the beginning of the class when I said Mala, Vikshepa, Ajnana. Mala can be rectified only by service. This is where Karma Yoga comes. How to purify the mind? Anything you do it as an act of service. Never ask a question, what is it I am going to get if I do this? It becomes karma. It binds us. On the contrary, ask how many people I can make happy by doing this. Put yourself in the end when you look at the benefits. It's just service. Only service will purify the mind. Mala is removed. Vikshepa. Now, I don't want to keep on talking the theory. I have to give you some techniques. So a few minutes we'll take now after this. I'll give you some techniques to come out of this Vikshepa and Ajnana. Mala, Vikshepa, Ajnana. Remove 3 impurities, gone. You are realized. Already you become aware of what you are. What is that? Now, take the example of an actor. Take the example of an actor. An actor performs on the stage. Let us say scene number 1 is acting like a beggar. Okay, all torn clothes, he is not shaven. Director has told him not to have food for a day or 2, but he is giving a brilliant performance. Everybody is clapping. Will he become a beggar? All along his act, he knows who is he. Does the director tell him, look Baba, you are not the beggar, you are only acting like a beggar, you are so-and-so actor? No. Effortlessly he knows who is he and performs the role. Suppose, imagine, he loses track of his identity and becomes beggar. Next movie or drama, he will not be signed. He will be taken to mental asylum. He gives a brilliant performance. Throughout the performance, minute after minute, second after second, he knows his real identity. Next scene comes, he's acting like a huge multi-millionaire. Will he be happy that I have got so much cars, ships, bank balance? No, he knows still, that's all my bank balance, so much car I have. He knows his spouse, everything. And he goes home, he has to have dinner with his family. He's very clear of his identity. He performs the role. Please don't forget this example. This example has really helped me a lot. Again and again contemplate on this example. Like that, an unchanging self, actor so-and-so, performs the roles effortlessly without getting involved in the role or without getting affected by the role. He is not going to. He is only an actor performing the role. Like that, I am the consciousness. I am the awareness, only expressing instruments through the body mind. They are only upadhis, only expressing through the body mind. Now you will all ask me, what is the benefit I am going to get when I come to this? I'll share you with my own experience. Now what happens is, now as long as we are bound to the body mind, I am the body, I am the mind, your mind will be bombarded with so many thoughts because you have attached yourself to the body and mind. So obviously the problems of body and mind are my problem. I've taken them to be my problem. So your mind is always filled with thoughts of the past or thoughts of the future. Now what happens is, with this knowledge, when there is total awareness, listen very carefully, I'm sharing with my practical experience. So I don't want to stop with the theory. What is that I'll gain when I get this knowledge? You will be in total awareness. You will be in total awareness. You will be aware of each and every thought. Let us all remember that life is the product of thoughts, and not thoughts are the product of life. Life is the product of thoughts, and not thoughts are the product of life. That means what? I have the power in my life. I have the power in my hand to steer the life. When you are in this kind of awareness, the mind is in its nascent form. The mind is in its pure form. No thoughts of the past, no thoughts, because you are always in the present. What is, after all, meditation? Go back to the definition which I gave at the beginning of the class. Meditation is a constant, effortless flow of awareness on one thing at a time. That means what? Be in the present. What happens when you are in that state? Constant, effortless flow of awareness on one thing at a time. You are in the present. That means what? When you are always in awareness, you are in the present. When you are in the present, you are aware of each and every thought. Thoughts do not happen. You get the power to generate your thoughts. Yes, it's tough. You have to put a lot of effort. That is why Krishna keeps on telling in the Bhagavad Gita, it's a secret, it's a secret, it's a secret. But it's possible by everyone. When it was possible for just a temple priest who became Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, why not? Each one of us is capable of that. But we don't put the effort, that's all. So when you come to this awareness, your mind is, what is that you experience? What is that you blank mind means? What blank mind means? You experience the reflected consciousness. What we are experiencing is reflection of, like I see my face in the mirror, my original consciousness, my nature, which I don't need to objectify. I am that. I am experiencing that through the body-mind instruments. So the mind is pure. In that mind, whatever you put becomes a reality. That is how great people to achieve great things. How? It is possible because of this only. It is only because the purity of mind people can achieve. We all can achieve what Vivekananda did achieve. We all have the power to achieve what Ramakrishna Paramahamsa achieved. Vivekananda always says, the only difference between an ordinary man and a great man is the power to focus and concentrate. That's all. Nothing else. So negate. I am not this, I am not this, I am not this, I am not this. When there is nothing to negate, just own it as you. Witness consciousness. We can be aware of everything, but we can't be aware of awareness. We can be conscious of everything, we cannot be conscious of consciousness. So, meditation is to be what you are. Now, small technique we'll do. All of you sit straight. A small technique. I told you, service, mala. To remove impurity, service. Mindful breathing for. Now, all of you sit straight. Now slowly withdraw your mind from everything and watch your breath. Why breath? Breath is always available. Birth to death, near, just like that, breath is available. It's a life force. More importantly, you won't get this in any textbook. More importantly, breath is in the present. Breath is not in the past, or breath is not in the future. Breath is in the present. That is why yoga always says, watch your breath, watch your breath, watch your breath, to make the mind to be in the present. Now, when you slow down the breath and anchor your mind to the breath, automatically the bundles of thoughts occupying your mind will vacate. It is not possible to directly control the mind. So that is why yoga has given this technique, control the mind through the breath. Breath is the bridge between the body and mind. Slow down the breath, watch your breath. and mind slows down, mind calms down, because as you watch your breath with 100% focus, all the thoughts will vacate themselves. Let's make it little more intense. Now start. Now, after you exhale, immediately you can't inhale. After you exhale, give body a natural gap. Let it feel the urge to go for the next inhalation. 3 seconds, 4 seconds. Please be mindful of that gap. Remember, you have relaxed your body. You have slowed down the breath. You are watching the breath. That means least number of thoughts are there in the mind.
Sir, sir, एक question है.
अभी नहीं, एक मिनट, थोड़ी देर के बाद. Let me finish. No, wait. Vidya, wait. Let me finish. Mute. Don't disturb me now. 1 second. Now, watch the silence between the previous exhalation and next inhalation. Be mindful of that silence. In that silence, what is there? No thoughts, no body. In that silence, you experience your reflected form, like you see your face on the mirror. In that silence, when we say, I experience blank mind, this is what scriptures say, Chidabhas, reflected consciousness. Don't look for original. I am the original. Now, this practice will help you to increase the awareness to be making your ability to make you more and more to be in the present. So, after one of the talks, Chinmayananda was asked how long one should meditate. Swamiji Pat told 24/7. So, meditation is not a part-time affair. It's full-time. It's a way of life. It's a state of being. We have a lot of techniques to get into this. All those techniques help, but none of these techniques is meditation. Meditation is the state of being. Knowing is being. I am that. Knowing is being. You practice this mindful meditation. God willing, given a chance, we'll do more techniques. So slow down, relax your body, slow down your breath. 100% focus, watch your breath. A to Z, watch your breath. Complete in-breath, complete out-breath. Then once you have settled to watch your breath, watch the gap between the previous exhalation, next inhalation. This will give the ability to quieten the mind. When you do these two things, then you become eligible to inquire what I am. Otherwise, with the impure mind, and with an unsteady mind, we cannot do that. With one example, I'll close this and open for questions. Suppose there is a water in the lake. Water in the lake is there. And the water is impure. Lot of mud, impurities are there. And wind is there. So a lot of waves. With this impurity in the water and the wind, can we see the lake bed? We cannot see. So what should be done to see the lake bed? Just allow the water to settle down. Let all the impurities settle down. And when the wind stops, waves stop. When the water is clear, no wave, you can see the bed self-evident. The lake bed is self-evident. Like that. When we do this, do service, purify the mind, do these meditation techniques, make the mind steady. When you do that, your nature is self-revealed. So Shankara says, ignorance is the only root cause. What is the solution? Knowledge. So let us understand the problem first. That solves half the problem. Yes, ignorance is my problem. Many people don't know that. They live in ignorance. They think it's right. Is my problem. So do all these techniques. Understand real nature. Be free. And become like that actor who was performing on the stage. You will be in your life. Then life becomes a game. Life is no more a drag. As long as you're ignorance, life is a drag. Everything will remain same, but your attitude will change. You get the power to visualize. You get the power to get what you want in that level of awareness. So with this, I would like to conclude my short lecture. I would like to, as in my enthusiasm, I like to pack so many things in this, and I kept it as practical as possible. Give you a lot of tips, examples. So now we'll have any questions you can ask me. If possible, I'll answer. Otherwise, I'll take time, find out for my teachers, I'll answer. And then we'll have, as Madam requested, as I am a laugh track teacher also, we will laugh for no reason for 5 minutes before we end the session. Yes.
Thank you so much, sir. It was very, very interesting, very enlightening. And now we open it for question answers. So anyone has any questions, kindly unmute and ask your question.
Yeah, Divya had a question. I will give her the first chance because she started asking when I was filling the last point.
Go ahead, Divya.
No, mute. You are mute. Unmute.
Okay, unmute. Sir, like you said, अभी जब meditation के लिए आपने बोला कि सर inhale करना है, exhale करना, क्या है सर? For a while you said कि आप ऐसे breathe लीजिए, breath को control करना है, जिसपे हमें total awareness डालनी है. करना क्या है?
Very good practical question. Very simple. आप अपना ध्यान पूरा आपका सांस में रखिए, बस अपना ध्यान पूरा आप में आपका सांस में रखिए. ठंडे हवा जा रहा है अंदर, वो महसूस कीजिएगा. हवा अंदर जा रहा है, पूरा फेफड़े को फिल किया है, एब्डोमेन एक्सपैंड हो गया है. आप सांस छोड़ रहे हैं, गर्म हवा आप महसूस कीजिए. ये this is what I mean by watching your breath 100%. You have to simply do this, that's all. Because we can't control the mind directly. Control the mind through the breath. Now what will happen when you do this? After थोड़ी few instances के बाद आप कुछ नहीं करना, just आपका पूरा ध्यान सांस में रखिए. बस 3-4 मिनट के बाद आपको महसूस होगा आपका माइंड काम, कोई भी झगड़ा था, कोई भी प्रॉब्लम था, कोई भी दुख था, पूरा चला जाएगा, अपने आप चला जाएगा, निकल जाएगा मन से. Then you will feel that calmness in your mind. This is a wonderful fundamental technique given by yoga. That's why every yoga says watch your breath, watch your breath, watch your breath. Unless you master this, you can't go to the next step. This is a fundamental step when you talk of mind control.
Yes, sir. Fine, sir.
Thank you. Any other questions? Kindly unmute and ask your question.
Sir.
Yes, madam.
Yeah. When we do the breathing, I think when we calibrate how we go, as we go deeper and deeper and deeper, I think we sink into our own thoughts, and then that is when we get lost. That's when we think that who am I, isn't it?
Very good question. Wonderful question. Thank you for asking this question. Wonderful question. In fact, I should have included this in because time was too short. Now listen carefully. We are all human beings. When you watch your breath with 100% efficiency, thoughts will not come. We are all humans. We have a mind. Mind always have the habit of wandering. Yes, accept that. Now what happens? When during this, a thought comes. Now, this is the same technique Krishna tells Arjuna. Thought comes. What you should do? This is a technique you have developed. When thought comes, one thought cannot disturb you. Why Arjuna got baffled? Again and again he thought, I should kill Drona, why should I kill Drona? Why should I kill Bhishma? They are all my gurus. This repeated thought made him to feel very sad. Not one thought. Now come back. When you are breathing, one thought comes. Just allow the thought to go. Do not recognize, identify, brand the thought. Don't do anything. What else you can do? Ignore. Now, one example I'll give you for this wonderful example from daily life. A VIP is taking a salute. This example given by Swami Chinmayananda. VIP is taking a salute. When VIP is taking a salute, the soldiers are passing in front of him. Listen very carefully. Please work out. This example has taught me a lot of lesson, very deep in what is meaning of being a sakshi of your thought. The VIP does not identify with any soldier. Oh, he is tall, he is short, has he shaven properly, has he polished his shoes? No. Just VIP stands there, the soldiers one after other pass in front of him. He is not identifying with any soldier. Like this you treat your thought. Let the thought come, let it go. Let one more thought come. Don't suppress your thoughts. Allow it to go. Because when you suppress, it will come with greater force after some time. So wonderful question. Thank you very much for asking this. When you start watching your breath, thoughts will come. How to handle your thoughts. Do not, the moment you pass for a moment, for example, you are doing meditation. So you are listening a car sound. That sound sounds better for you. Then what happens are, it seems to be better than my car. My car is about 10 years old. Is it a Mercedes Benz? When will I buy that car? How much loan I should take? Can I pay the EMI? See where it has gone. See where one car sound, where it has taken you. Instead of that, just allow it to go. This technique you have developed. This is called Sakshi Bhava. Be a witness of your thoughts. Again, you are aware. You are not the thought. You are aware of your thought. You are aware when the thought came. You are aware when you got disturbed. You are aware when you withdraw your thought. Everything is awareness again. So, wonderful question. Thank you very much. You should know how to ignore the thought. That is all. It takes some time, a few weeks, few months. But once you master this technique, don't worry at all. Thought will not do anything to you. They can't do anything to you. Like the VIP, just a witness of the soldiers, thoughts will pass in front of you. You won't be affected by thoughts at all. Then what happens is you get the ability to handle your thoughts. Then you get the ability to generate your thoughts. Thoughts just don't happen. For ignorant people, thoughts just happen. For a stressful person, thoughts just happen. Whereas for an enlightened person, thought doesn't happen. He can generate his thoughts because he's mindful of his thoughts. He's aware of each and every one of his thoughts. So he won't be immersed in his thoughts.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. There is a question in the question box.
One second. Yeah, I'll open the question box.
The chat. There, Ganesh has said something. Are you going to read it or should I read it? Mind always is discontent, dissatisfaction, and a continuous lack of fulfillment. And I feel meditativeness 24/7 is the answer.
Yeah, wonderful.
Right?
You ask the question and you get an answer also. Again, look back. You are not the mind. You are not the mind. So let the mind be happy. Let the mind be sad. You are same. You are not going to, nothing is going to happen to you. As consciousness, as awareness, which is illumining the mind. Let's take the example. On a full moon day, sun illumines the moon. In turn, the moon illumines the earth. Neither the earth nor the moon have got light of their own, isn't it? But when we see the light on the moon, we see the moonlight, but we understand it as sunlight. We know the moon doesn't have light of its own. Even though we see the moonlight, we understand, we take it as sunlight. So like that, whatever happens, wonderful answer you yourself given. Meditativeness 24/7, awareness for 24/7. He's not going to. I am not the mind. I am not the mind. I am only the witness. Let anything happen because if I am not the mind, so it's not going to affect me. I am the immaculate, pure self, the consciousness. Thank you.
You, Ramesh, you wanted to ask a question?
Yes, Sajni.
Go ahead.
I have one question, Ramesh, before you ask the question. Sir,
Okay,
what is
Mr.
the
Janaki
difference between doing japa and meditation?
Exactly. Wonderful question. Japa prepares the mind for single pointedness. Why we do japa? Because we say, close your eyes, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. It is a kind of dynamic meditation which will take you to still meditation, which is the mother of all meditation. Doing japa helps to get single pointedness. Doing japa will not remove ignorance. Only knowledge will remove ignorance. Doing japa will purify the mind. Doing japa makes the mind steady. Doing japa makes the oscillating mind steady. When the steady mind is there, that gives you the ground to go to the next level of knowing who you are. Like when the water in the tank is pure and there is no wind, the tank bed is self-evident. Like that. So the difference between japa and meditation is japa takes you to meditation. Japa helps you to go to meditation level, because with the agitating mind, with the disturbed mind, we are not qualified to do meditation. So japa is a tool. Japa is a method to quieten the mind, to remove the disturbance in the mind, so that you can go to the meditative state as awareness. I am that. Soham. I am that awareness. I am that consciousness. All the techniques, pilgrimage, japa, kirtan, bhajans, satsang, all help towards this. Purify the mind, steady the mind. Purify the mind, steady the mind. But knowledge only can remove ignorance and give you this state of awareness, which is a universal solution for the problems. What is the problem of life? I am the body, I am the mind. Birth, death, birth, death, birth, death. To come out of this cycle of birth and death, knowledge only will help. So, japa is a technique to get into meditation.
Thank you, sir. Now it's over to you, Ramesh.
That's me. Subramaniam ji, thank you for whatever you've shared with us today. Just a quick question. The three basic problems in life are, you mentioned mala, that is impurities, vikshepa is disturbance, and the last one was ignorance, that is avidya, is it?
Yes, avidya, yes, avidya, wonderful, avidya, avidya, yes, avidya.
Okay. Right, got it, thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? No? I want to tell you, sir, that a lot of people have been very happy with your talk. Janaki Ram has said, very well explained, thank you. Meera has said, nicely explained about who am I. Gomati has said, very nicely explained with appropriate analogies, thank you. So good examples given, so people have really appreciated. Any questions, anyone?
May I make a comment? This is Jay.
Yes, sir. Yes.
I have known Mr. Subramaniam for the last 3 years now. I had the misfortune, but actually turned out to be the greatest fortune of being stuck during COVID time in Bangalore. I could not get out of the country. I was stuck there, and I somehow God gave me the chance to get associated or got introduced to Mr. Subramaniam, and he taught me, he started with yoga, actually, regular yoga classes. And it's very obvious that he was not doing yoga just to, stretch my body and put it into knots. He had a higher level, and I've never seen him explain. I mean, I've never seen him explain meditation at this depth today like he did. I have been on and off his student since then for almost 3 years now, and and I religiously practice after I got taught by him, even now, and everything he has said makes a lot of sense. And I just want to appreciate my thanks in a public setting here today, Mr. Subramaniam. I've told you many times on one-on-one, but in a public setting, I wish to offer my thanks and for what you have done in my own life, and I really appreciate it on a Purnima day today. What a wonderful auspicious occasion. Thank you so much. Thanks for inviting me for this, and I appreciate the rest of the folks here on this call for giving me the opportunity to participate, learn again as usual, and also appreciate my
Sir, happy Raksha Bandhan.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, happy Raksha. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I know you will come and bless me, send me your wishes. That's why I send an invite to you. Thank you so much for giving your feedback. Yes, thank you so much, sir. Thank you, all of you.
Can you tell us something about sound healing? What is the sound healing?
Yeah, sound healing is when we want to heal the body. For example, we chant Om. Om is the most powerful sound in the universe. Om has got a lot of therapeutic benefits. Like that, in Tibet, in 4th, 5th century Tibet, they were using this bowl, 7 bowls corresponding to 7 chakras of the body for spiritual awakening. Then later on, scientifically, it was proved that when we connect to the chakras are energy centers in the body, and generate the sound at a particular frequency, sound can travel much faster in liquid than in air. that principle is used. So those sound vibrations pass through the body, and it's one of the technique. It is one technique to heal the body and mind. They go up to, they have the power to reach up to the cellular level and remove the blocks created by negative thoughts and give you single pointed mind and take you towards healing process. So that is what I do. I use a set of 7 balls, and it is experienced better in person than in, I did a lot of sessions during the lockdown because access was not there to do personal sessions. Now I started doing personal sessions. That is what is about, in short, about sound healing. Use sound generated outside to cure, to heal the body and mind. Yes, sir. I am in Bangalore, sir. I am in Bangalore. We can meet anytime, sir. You can take my number from Shwati or Madam. They have my number, contact number. Ancient School of Ancient Wisdom. I'll be glad to meet. Anyway, I'm in Bangalore, sir. We can meet.
We hope that you can come to the school also. Thank you. And now we will have the laughter yoga for 5 minutes. Okay? Yes.
Right. Now let's all feel get the lighter side of it. I'm a certified laughter yoga teacher. You know, laughter is a wonderful medicine for the body, and the laughter is the best painkiller and very good painkiller and medicine for the body. No overdose, no side effects. Okay. Now the scientific principle behind this is, when you laugh with any reason, the brain releases, suppose you laugh for a joke, a good joke, you give a hearty laugh, the brain releases a lot of endorphins and dopamines, positive chemicals in the bloodstream, which removes stress and lifts your mood instantly. Scientifically it is proved, even when you fake laughter, the very same effects are produced. Body doesn't know that you are faking it. So the same effects are produced. And that is the principle behind laughter yoga. It is practiced in more than 172 countries. And it has been practiced in India since 1995. I have been trained by the very founder of the laughter yoga, Dr. Madan Kataria. So you can all laugh with me now. No reason, nothing. Just laugh. It's difficult, but do a belly laughter. This kind of deep belly laughter, what it does, what happened? We did all deep belly laughter. So when you do deep belly laughter till you run out of breath, all the carbon dioxide and toxins are thrown out, and you take so much of oxygen in. So brain requires 25% more oxygen for optimum function. And the very basic reason why we fall sick, lack of oxygen. It is because of stress. When you are stressed, we all do only shallow breathing. We don't do deep breathing when you are stressed. When you do shallow breathing, body, every cell doesn't get the necessary amount of oxygen. So this is one of the easiest therapies I have done. I should tell you, in the past 2 years, in all my sessions, it is a laughter I have done maximum. I have done for employees of Amazon, employees of Flipkart, employees of Byju's. Many companies have done. Yesterday also I did a laughter session. I am doing one on 19th. I am doing in Chennai 18th. And Hyderabad, slowly I've started doing outside also offline session. So we'll all do 1 minute non-stop laughter for world peace and for our health. Okay? We'll all do humming for 1 minute, okay? We'll all do just humming for 1 minute. Inhale deeply and just say as you exhale, okay? If possible, fold the tongue inside or tip of tongue touching upper palate of the mouth. Inhale. 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 One more last time. Yeah, I'll share my, now I'm going to ask my mobile number. I'll share my number here.
Thank you so much. And so the telephone number will be in the chat box. And in the meanwhile, I want to tell everyone that every Thursday we have our satsangs, 6:30 to 8. Next week, we have Uma Pai, who's a survivor, cancer survivor, and she's talking about how life is greater than cancer. After that, we again have another yoga session last Thursday by Sadhvi Kapoor. So these are the ones. And by the end of the month, we are having a workshop at the school by Dilip Patel. He had spoken to us on Thursday, and he's a corporate trainer. He's talking to us on winning over the crowd within. So this is highly subsidized. You come in on a Saturday and leave on a Sunday. It's only 1,400, which is inclusive of the course, board, lodge, and our campus is absolutely beautiful. Some of you may not have visited it. So if you are interested in this, please give your numbers, your name and number, okay? We look forward to seeing you next Thursday for Umapai session. And end of the month, we have this by Dilip Patel. So thank you so much. And now that we've come to the end of our program, I request Ramesh to kindly propose a vote of thanks, followed by the Loka Samasta. Over to you,
Sanju, I
Ramesh.
just wanted to tell him that today's was a really brilliant talk. I enjoyed it totally. Thanks, all of you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Kashmir.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms.
So Ramesh, it's over to you for the vote of thanks and
Subramaniam ji, thank you so much. Whatever you shared today with us certainly was from a higher level of consciousness. I think that it kind of, you also brought a certain depth to laughter yoga because you connected it with the other aspects of life. And you spoke about what is meditation. That it is basically a state of being, a constant flow of awareness from one thing at a time. And all the techniques that you have spoken about today basically prepare us for meditation. So, and it calms and quietens our mind. So, like animals, we eat, sleep, fear, procreate. These are all common aspects of human beings, just like animals, but we need to go a step beyond that and to become self-aware. So the only aim of life is to know oneself. And I remember reading elsewhere, or rather in the Bhagavad Gita classes, they speak about the only aim of life is self-realization and not sense gratification. So you said it in a slightly different way, but very pertinent nonetheless. The basic problems in life are, as you mentioned, mala, vikshepa, and avidya, that is impurities, disturbance, and ignorance. When people think that we are the body or we are the mind, and that is the biggest problem. So life is really a product of thoughts. And I think it all boils down to one being aware and being in the present. But that requires practice and effort. So we can all achieve it. But the difference between, as you mentioned, an ordinary person and a great person is the power to concentrate. I think that really is the essence of the practice that you have to put in. And meditation to be what you are, really. And breath is the wonderful technique to connect the body and the mind, and which will allow us to, go on to be a sakshi and a witness of our thoughts. I also happen to have gone through programs from S. Vyasa, and I remember the yoga master would tell us that as you just focus in your breath, when thoughts come by, pretend that you're standing on a hill and watching a truck on the highway pass by. Don't engage with it, just observe, and you will see in due course, it will by itself drive past. So thank you so much for all the wisdom that you've shared, the vibrations which was the basis of the wisdom that you shared, which has impacted all of us so well. And also for the lovely laughter yoga session in the end. Thank you, sir. So on that note, let us all sit straight with our back, neck, and head aligned. Take a leaf out of Subramaniam Ji's talk today. Take a deep breath. Let go. Center yourself within. We're not this body, we are a spirit soul. Let us all connect with each other and send out our prayers to all our loved ones who need support, to the world that needs healing and peace in these times of the pandemic and wars. Let's do the Loka Samasta together.
Also think of the 3 soldiers who died.
Also. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Tat Sat Brahmarpanamastu.
Thank you, Ramesh. Thank you, everyone, for being with us. Thank you, Mr. Subramaniam. It was a very nice session, and we look forward to having you at the school sometime. And everyone, kindly come for the next session next Thursday, which is Life is Greater Than Cancer. As I said, Uma Pai, she's about 80 plus, nearly 80. She's a cancer survivor and very young at heart. So it would be good to listen to her. Okay, thank you.
The dates put in says 11th August. It should be 18th.
Yes, I'll change it, Mama. I'll change it.
Oh, thanks for pointing that out, Meera. It's 18th August. Yes, yes, yes. Kindly change that. And we look forward to seeing you next week. And again, later, the week after, where we have another yoga person, Sadhvi. 11th, actually, why that was because Uma was supposed to speak today. And our speaker couldn't come the next week. So we have interchanged sessions.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
See you next Thursday. Goodbye. Happy Raksha Bandhan, happy Purnima, everything.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sajni.
Thank you, Subramaniam.